Hello, welcome to another episode of Drinking with Comics. My name is Sean,
And I'm Mike.
and we're going to talk some comics. But first, we're going to talk some drinking. So, we're going to teach everyone the proper way to drink a non-alcoholic beer. Um, because we're going to drink a non-alcoholic beer. So,
Yeah, let's try it.
I had some guests coming to town a couple months ago, and one of them was not drinking. It's not that they're not like not drinking, period, but they just weren't drinking at that time because of a health thing or something. So I was like, "Hey, is there anything I could pick you up that you would?" And they were like, I like. I don't remember if they specifically call out this one, this athletic
Okay.
beer, but this is Athletic Brewing Company. I think it's so funny they called it athletic.
Yeah.
It's still a bunch of empty carbs, but um,
Ooh,
this is
look at
their
color.
Upside Dawn Golden Ale, and I have tried this. So the person I bought it for did not drink any, which was fine. I've had this sitting here, so I figured, what the hell, man. Uh, you know, the idea of the show, Drinking with Comics, we can imbibe anything, right?
Hmm.
So it doesn't have to be alcohol.
Yes, that's fair. This is really good.
Is it?
You said you had this before?
Yeah, I drank one, but I drank it out of the can, and I remember being like it wasn't bad, but it was like, I don't know.
Is it the pre-justice of because I had a non-alcoholic Heineken at a wedding the other day. Not
Really,
because
did
I
it taste like
wanted
a
to.
Heineken?
It tasted like a Heineken, which I was more shocked by than the non-alcohol part. And it was just because it was free, and I was like, I'll give this a try.
Yeah.
I had too much to drink, and I was like, let's see how this goes. So yeah, it tasted like a Heineken. It was gross, and yeah, but this is good.
This tastes like tea.
I don't get tea off of it.
So I don't know
I
if that's
don't
just
get
my
the
taste buds at this moment. I didn't get that the last time I drank it, but I couldn't tell you what I got. It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. I would say,
Mhm.
as far as non-alcoholic beers go, you could do a lot worse, right?
Yeah. As far as it tastes like almost like an IPA, but without the IPA bitterness.
It's got that poppiness on the front of the tongue that you associate with hops.
Yeah,
But
it's a hot.
but
It's definitely
yeah,
hoppy, but it
it
doesn't
tastes
have the. It doesn't have the thing I love.
what? The
The
alcohol?
that warm kiss at the end that
Yeah.
soothes your soul from the world around you.
Yeah, right. So,
Like it's like empty promises.
well,
But
so
like if
the proper way to drink a non-alcoholic beer, unless you're obligated to, there are people that are obligated to drink
no, and
not casting aspersions at them whatsoever.
oh,
In the
100%.
case,
And I would if I got to the point where like I just needed to have a beer and I didn't feel like drinking, I would totally drink this. Like
okay,
this is really I would say for non-alcoholic beer and being my second one I've ever had, I would definitely give this like a 9 out of 10.
um,
Um,
you'll be drinking this for breakfast tomorrow. You'll be like, hey, it's not alcoholic. You can drink it whenever. Pouring it on your Fruit Loops.
someone only gave me one, so
Yeah, well, check your stocking. So the proper way to drink it on this show is with a fucking whiskey back.
what kind of whiskey are you
Yeah.
drinking?
I'm just finishing off this is the Traverse City Whiskey Company, which I've drank on here before. This is their North Coast Rye. My neighbor Vince gave me a 3 pack of these. I drank one of them when we had Curtis on. We got to have Curtis on again. He messaged me recently.
Oh, sure. I'm always down with ghosts. Yeah, I'm doing Casey Jones barrel cut from your neck of the woods when I was down there
Oh
last
yeah,
time,
yeah.
or the time before that we picked this up.
Cheers.
Mm, clank. Oh yeah, that's the burn I need.
We're going to talk about a new number one. I didn't know this was coming out. I actually prompted Mike on this. So you've worn off on me, sir. These are the most
Okay.
Batman comics I've read in as I said last time we've covered multiple Batman books in the last year. It's the most Batman I've read since Morrison wrote it. This is Batman #1.
Yeah,
Nice.
Matt Fraction and
Matt Fraction, Jorge Jimenez,
oh, that's nice.
Tomei Mori. I I gotta tell you, I love this.
Yeah,
This is like,
did you see issue 2 is going to be Robin doing the same pose?
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping they go through like other characters with that pose. It is a great cover. You know what I like about these, and this is something I kind of love that DC does. Like, they do all these cardstock variants.
Yes.
Yeah, the regular covers inside every single one of them. They just put it on the
Oh, that's
outside of the
cool.
regular comic. Yeah, so they just
Okay.
literally charge you $1 for this extra
Okay.
cover.
What'd you think of this?
I liked it. I had some issues because I haven't been reading Batman in
Okay,
years.
I got a laundry list of questions I was going to ask you. So you
Yeah,
might
there's
not
a
know.
couple that I know the answers for probably, but that's because I had to look it up a little bit. But I thought overall, as far as like a good issue one, I thought it was a very solid starting point.
Hmm.
I had a lot of it's fun, it's interesting. I liked the final confrontation with Killer Croc at the end of it was
Yeah, I did
very
too.
interesting. I like the Batmobile, which is always like key for me. But yeah, I like the art. I like the storytelling. I don't mind the costume too much. Yeah, I don't like I said, the only complaint I have is which is I wish something they would do with all books. If you're starting somebody like, hey everyone in the world, go pick up the new #1, maybe include something explaining what the hell happened previously. Because there's so much like, why is Commissioner Gordon not a commissioner? Why is Vandal
So
Savage a commissioner? Uh,
I actually like that they just drop us in and don't explain it because I'm curious, but I don't care. I get it, right?
there's, I get it too,
You
but
know.
there's a little bit of like, I would like to know if that's what's the deal with Alfred in this.
So
If
here's
that's a
my big
mystery,
question:
yeah.
is Alfred dead, and this is like a holographic projection, or is this a ghost? I don't think it's a ghost, so I'm assuming it's a
So
holographic projection.
Alfred did die a couple of writers ago, maybe about almost 10 years ago. It's
So it's
hard
an
to tell.
AI that he programmed to be Alfred, basically.
Is it an AI? I saw someone online brought up the point, like, or is he just thinking this? Which
That
doesn't
could be
make
too.
sense for me for Batman, but if that's the way you're going with this, I am intrigued by it. I don't know if it's like AI or augmented reality that he can only see through his lens. Like he can see he's there, like like AR on our phones, but
Yeah.
I think it's definitely probably AI. That was my first thought. But yeah, it's interesting as someone who's casually keeps up with what's going on. Batman, I kind of knew what was going on, but as someone who's just kind of coming off the street on this thing, it's like, what's up with Alfred? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A simple like, and I think it's doing them an injustice by not having like a little timeline explaining like Alfred died in this. Go read that. It's telling
Yeah.
people where to go and pick up to read this stuff, or why Vandal Savage is Commissioner Gordon is now Commissioner, not Commissioner Gordon, but Commissioner, as opposed to which I know is the last run because I had to look that up. But explaining that would have been a little, I think, beneficial for Batman readers, new readers, and getting them into like, oh well, that sounds interesting. I want to read more of
Yeah.
that.
I think you're right. I think for the average person, so
Yeah.
one of the reasons I like that they didn't do it is because I want this book to be 100% standalone. So as long as it takes place in the regular universe, they have to acknowledge certain things,
Yes.
but I don't want this to and I can't find it now. But I swear to God, I read, and I thought it was in here, but maybe it was online, but I thought it was in here, that they had an afterword or something with Fraction, and he said every issue will be standalone. I'm almost positive I read
Um.
that.
There is
Oh,
an
here it is.
action
Actually, it
working.
is. It's the very last
Okay,
page.
yeah, that's not that's like a standard interview they do in all their books.
So he says, we're doing self-contained issues. Each issue is a full beginning, middle, end, and builds as the series goes. Every issue is a new adventure, a new style, a new flavor, a new take. So
Nice.
I do like continuity, right? So I usually like one and done issues only go so far with me. But in the case of something like Batman that is strip mined from here to hell,
Yeah.
that actually, I'm like, okay, cool. That's good. So I can pick it up and read it. And it's, I don't have to worry about, oh, I really like this. And 5 issues in, they're like, oh, well, now you got to buy all these other titles because we're starting a big crossover, like, no thanks.
No, I get it. Yeah, I agree. I miss the days of just a single Batman issue run that isn't part of a 6 issue miniseries, basically. Not that there's anything wrong with that stuff. They're fun to read when they're collected, but this makes it easier to read and enjoy, like the fact that there's just, you know, one single story, one villain per issue. Just kind of how comics used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so obviously Wayne Manor was destroyed because he's hanging out at Pennyworth Manor and he mentions like
Is
I
it
he
Pennyworth Manor? I
yeah,
don't.
there's a
What
thing that says Pennyworth Manor, like when it cuts back to him at
See,
home
this is the
base.
stuff that makes it hard to understand.
Because they're looking at this dinosaur and he's like, I used to have one of those in my home.
Yeah,
So obviously, um yeah, Upper West Side, Pennyworth Manor. Then the other thing, Arkham Towers, where Killer Croc escaped from,
yeah.
did they like do away with Arkham Asylum and like they're like now it's Arkham Towers? Because
To
that's what it
me,
felt like to me.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There's so many little like I think at the average, I think we all have, you know, Batman's parents died. He has a Robin. He has a manor. He's rich. He has a cave. Arkham Asylum. We know all the basics. All the basics have been turned upside down in the last 10 years. So it's hard to like be for someone like me who like literally stopped reading Batman because I didn't like where it was going. To like go like, okay, so what's Pennyworth Manor? Why is Pennyworth have a manor? You've
Well,
been dead for years. Why? Because there's another thing that happens. He lost all his money too. Batman's not rich anymore, last I heard. So does he got his money back now? Because that Batmobile is not fucking cheap.
okay, so this is interesting because like you're talking is whenever I hear changes in comics, like Alfred being dead, Wayne Manor being destroyed, whatever,
Yeah,
it's not going to last usually, right? Like it's going to be overturned within a year or two, but this makes it sound like maybe these are ongoing changes that have stuck.
yeah, exactly. There's always that like when we started reading comics in the 80s and 90s, there's always like a little change. Like, oh, there's a new Robin, and the new Robin sticks around, and then he's a character moves on. But there's never been anything that dramatic where it was like, I think at one point in time they burned down Arkham Asylum and they just built a new Arkham
Yeah,
Asylum. It wasn't
exactly.
Arkham Towers.
You get a new writer comes
Um,
in and a new editorial decree, and it's like, you could just write it away in 2 sentences where it's like, no, they decided to rebuild it, so there you go.
yeah, but obviously there's been changes that I don't know what's been going on. And I feel like anyone who is a casual Batman fan would find that kind of confusing
Maybe, but
because you
maybe you
don't
wouldn't
know.
necessarily need to know because it's like
Yeah,
you get it, right? It doesn't actually affect the story, and if anything, maybe it's giving you a little
no.
bit of like a guy, like oh, I got to see,
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. And if that's the worst complaint, like not the
Yeah,
story was still good enough to make me want to stick around and read the second one.
it was good, and
Yeah,
I feel like it had. I'm not super well read with Matt Fraction, but he definitely approached it. I mean, most famously, possibly the Hawkeye series, right? Which I've never read
yes,
the entire thing, but I've read parts of it.
it's really good. Right, Sex Criminals too, wasn't that one of his?
Yes, that's also him. Yes,
Yeah, which was him and Chip Zdarsky, who was the last
yes.
writer on Batman.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
He approaches things outside the box and often adds not, I don't want to say like comical or whimsical elements, but like Hawkeye definitely had a very different approach to a super quote unquote superhero book, right?
yes,
And this is a great approach to Killer Croc where like I liked the resolution of the issue a lot. Like, I'm glad it wasn't a fight. That would have just been like, oh, we've seen this before. And they make you think it's going to be dire when you see him, right? Because he's so
yeah.
further mutated. And then, no, it's like, it was cool. Hi, I'm Sean. Join me and my friends every week for the Horror Vision, where we talk about horror movies.